Obviously, we're speaking about two of the bigger games from this weekend. We'll do a little round up the rest of the results and give our just a brief view of it. We'll start off by one of the shock results of the weekend involving you, Adam. Luton. Then I have said this. I said this at the start of the season. That they will stay up because of their home performances.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
I know. I think
they'll beat it difficult.
100%. Someone like United are going to lose there, and we were lucky not to lose.
Like Chelsea.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, we could have won the game, and like if we'd have won 2-1, I don't think people would because of the amount of chances. I
don't think you've done enough to win it though. I think Luton looked very good.
They did, but if Nunes scores a couple of the chances he got, we win the game.
Yeah, but like, Darwin Nunes he's just there for vibes, isn't he? So,
he's such a love-hate relationship with that man. Like, he's as much like you just look at it and go like, oh, how do you miss that? And like, you just go, and then he'll score like the 2 goals against Newcastle, but then he can't score that. It just makes no sense. And it's as I said, you got to be there, which is why I'm always like, I like the way he plays.
Really,
very good counter-attack. Very good counter-attack.
Tave Chong scoring that.
I would question potentially the one on Van Dijk for the Paul. I was 50-50 on whether it should be a pen.
50-50, to be fair, mate.
They're both over each other, like that's the thing. Yeah, but like you look at Højlund the other week. They gave Højlund
again. This is where we're asking for consistency, aren't we? So
that's what I mean. That's why you go, oh, how is that not given? But I get why it wasn't given because even when they show you the zoom in of, I think Van Dijk and I'm not too sure who the other player was. There's someone else I think hugging Gakpo pretty much. You're like, well, if that's the case, they're going to be about 4 penalties given every time. Like,
and then, but yeah, then Luis
I will
Diaz
say it was
the day.
Yeah. If anyone deserves it, I think it's him.
Yeah,
I think anyone outside of Liverpool would go, do you know what? Okay, I might not like Liverpool, but like fair play to the lad. Like, he's like tough week and he scored. So yeah, and I think from footballing perspective, it's good to see that sort of thing. Again, we could have easily lost. Sounds weird, but take a point at Luton. As I said, it does sound horrible saying that.
Sounds horrible, but I think people have to put a little bit of respect to Luton and what they can do. Now kind of
100%
because they haven't been torn apart yet. Apart from Chelsea,
that's what it is.
They haven't really been, especially at Kenilworth Road as well. At Kenilworth Road, they've given Tottenham. They gave Tottenham a really good game. I think there's more to come with Luton. I really do, especially at Kenilworth Road.
Yeah, I think they might because it almost feels like they've not shown all their cards. Is the way I sort of look at it. They're a bit of like you don't know what they're going to do.
I think away from home they're going to struggle at most places. Obviously, their only winner has come away from home, but I think they're going to struggle at most places. But I think at home. I think
they might have something,
Yeah, and I think they'll stay up. I really do.
It'll be close. They'll be close. I think it'll be very close.
Definitely. But we'll move on to another game, another shock result. That's Sheffield United getting their first win, 100th minute, even winner from Ollie Norwood from the spot. What a goal from Cameron Archer in that game, by the way.
I was about to say that was an absolute worldie.
That was a world class.
Unreal.
I mean, as a Championship football fan myself, always knew sort of what Cameron Archer had it in him from last season. Fantastic for Sheffield United. Do I think that's going to help them stay out this season? No, not really. I think they're dead and buried anyway. But like, I think that's a moment that the fans needed as well. Sort of like, okay, we have competed against a team and picked up 3 points and won a game.
Yeah.
And maybe I think it's some hope and belief.
Yeah, they could get a bit of momentum, but I think, as we said, they're the opposite a bit to Luton, as or Burnley, that we'll probably touch on later on. It's just
the main thing for Wolves.
They've shown,
is Pedro Neto missing. Big key factor.
They look very poor. Going forward without him. And although don't get me wrong, I think they might get a result against Spurs because it's 12:30 kickoff. At home, it could be a bit difficult for Spurs traveling to Molineux. But without Pedro Neto, it's huge because you just see how much he gave them. Kunya's a good player. Hangi Chan's a good player. They got what I will say. The midfielder that scored for them was a very good goal as well. Bellegarde, whatever his name is.
Bellegarde.
Yeah, he scored a very good goal as well. The equaliser, I believe it was. So I don't know. I think it's an important win for them, but it's nothing. As you said, it's not going to keep him up or anything.
Well, we'll quickly run through the last few results as we're running out of time a bit. Obviously, Man City winning 6-1 against Bournemouth. Did we expect anything else? Haaland blanking. I have serious issues with that man. everyone's
Yeah,
FPL just
not
had a
happy.
stinker.
Yeah, let's just quickly move on.
Supposedly
Move on
injured.
from that one.
Supposedly injured. Goes and scores twice last night.
One of them was a worldie last night as well.
Exactly.
Great strike also there.
Livid.
Yeah.
Livid.
Yeah. To score 6 and not even have an assist is outrageous.
Yeah. But yeah, we won't dwell on that.
Doku was unreal though.
Yeah, Doku. He's
got to mention Doku.
Yeah,
he was exceptional.
Was it 4 assists and a goal or something?
Yeah.
Crazy. We'll move on. Man United winning away at Fulham.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes last minute winner. Much needed
Coming
for United.
Clutch.
Yeah,
much needed for the Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, not convincing, but keeps Ten Hag in the job for another week.
Yeah, it gets off a bit of pressure just for now. Like, don't get me wrong, they got a big game coming up tonight or against Copenhagen. But they're the games you just have to win. They're not pretty, but they win 1-0, get the points, move on. They've got to step up their performance though, because against other teams, they're not looking any. And with Casemiro and Martinez out now till December, I think they've announced Casemiro's out to then. That's not good. Not good at all.
Well, we'll just cover one more game because the other games are a bit nothing and to be expected. Brentford West Ham, big win for Brentford. A bit of a mental game as well, but Brentford are really hitting a little bit of form, and I think that when Ivan Toney comes back, if he stays at Brentford, who knows, creep up at the table a little bit. Why not? Well, worries for West Ham.
I think they've definitely got some. They've got some good players, and they play very good goal from Kudus in that game as well. The bicycle kick, he's looked very good since he's come in.
But just a bit of worry for West Ham though, because they did start the season ever so well.
It's so inconsistent.
Yeah, slipped on a little slightly, and lost to Everton last week, wasn't it, as well? And
yeah,
I think they need the 3 points very
They just look like you don't know what team's going to turn up. Like they could easily go and beat like I think didn't they draw with? They could easily go and like beat a Liverpool or an Arsenal one week at home, and then the next week lose to Everton. Like
they went and dismantled Brighton away from home, didn't they? And
yeah, exactly. And you don't know what team's going to turn up with them. And that's their biggest thing. By the way,
big point for Everton at Brighton. By the way, just want
to Brighton again.
Everton. Brighton
slipping up again.
But Everton were really good that game. Really good. I was really impressed.
I still think that obviously Villa lost, which we'll touch on. Obviously Forest beat them 2-0, which was a shock result. Yeah. I still think Villa will have enough to do better than both Brighton and Newcastle. But the three of them are all can be very inconsistent. Like it's so hard to sort of. Newcastle are probably the most like consistent, but their quality isn't as good as Villa, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's those three teams that sort of fill up the other bit, don't they?
They could all easily be 6th, 7th, 8th, or 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever it is. Like it could easily happen. I think with Brighton, it's like they either play 10 out of 10 or they're like a 3 or 4. Like there's just no middle ground with them. I think whenever I see
grinding out a 1-0 win, isn't it?
Yeah, it just doesn't happen for them.
Yeah, no, but I think no, very good weekend of football.